Look, I'm not going to be able to probably put any content out until next week. If I do, it's going to be by audio. It's not going to be okay. I'm moving out of the Bronx into Mount Vernon, and I got to break down everything, drop everything, pack everything up, and get ready to move. I hate moving. Next time I move, I'm going to be using this service called feather.com. I'm going to get my furniture from them because uh, it's a subscription based service, and you can always trade your furniture out, and they can always come pick up your furniture and take it to your destination absolutely free. But anyway, enough of that. I'm not going to be able to do any news because I got a busy week. I have a rally I have to go to in Philly, and it's going to be late before I come back. And I got a lot of stuff I got to take to Salvation Army, the whole 9 yards. So I'm going to be busy. But nevertheless, I want to talk about Tulsi Gabbard makes it to the next debate. And mum's the word from the DNC. Uh, I hate Republicans. I'm not a Republican, but I'm not a fan of the Democrats either. They are clearly rigging this election again. And their two targets is Tulsi Gabbard and is Bernie Sanders. Now, I have no support. I have no race in this game because you know me. I'm always going to look for that candidate that's going to have that agenda for my community, and neither one of them have it. But I will always tell you the truth, and the truth is the DNC, ever since, first of all, they don't like Tulsi. They don't like her for the simple fact that she called them out in 2016, and it hurts them. So they never was going to give her a chance. They tried to primary her down in Hawaii, which was dumb and a waste of money. They refused to give her money for her campaign, from what I know, from what I'm hearing. They trying to Nina Turner her. In other words, black her out. Not going to give her anything. So she's qualified. Donation. New York City, you gotta love it. So she qualified for the debates. She qualified through donations. Man, she's rising in the polls like crazy. But of course, the DNC don't give a crap about that. They will go back on their own word in a heartbeat because they're a bunch of crooks. And that's why they can't be trusted. And that's why I don't support that party. And two things you got to do if you plan on voting in this primary and you live in New York. Governor Cuomo has the bill on the table right now. They refused to sign to push the primary dates back. He wanted to keep it as is. He's out of this nomination because he know Bernie will win New York. So to keep Bernie from winning, let's do a little bit of election rigging. Let's do a little suppressing. Let's keep the date to register October. Now, we're not going to push it back. Even though the primary is until April in New York, we won't lock this thing down. We won't lock it down early where nobody can register again to vote for two independents and Republicans, like myself. So Governor Cuomo knows about the bill. He promised to sign it. But then again, Medicare for All passed the Assembly. He said if you can get rid of IDC, he will sign it. The IDC is not there, and he still haven't signed it. So to call him a progressive is a slap in the face of most progressives. He is a centrist, crooked Democrat, and I call it as it is. And yeah, you know, the organizations that I work with, they love him, but I don't. He's a con artist Democrat, and he's... Anyway, let me get off him. The bottom line is Tulsi qualified, and they're going to do something to keep her off on stage. Ever since she pretty much cut Kamala Harris with a deadly cut, they're angry at that because Kamala Harris has gone down down since then. And they know Tulsi Gabbard will do it to the next victim. Tulsi Gabbard is like Rambo. You gotta go see that Rambo movie, Last Blood. He had his victim already targeted, but anybody that tried to get in the way, he was taking them out brutally, one by one. And so that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna do whatever they can to keep her out of this debate because she will brutalize. She'll find her a couple of targets on the stage, and she will lock on them and take them out. And right now, I wouldn't doubt Joe Biden would be one. And the second one, to me, honestly speaking, because the rest of them don't stand a chance to me. Klobuchar don't stand a chance, even though I saw her dancing like a fool on Twitter. Dance better than most people that I know. I believe it is not Bernie Sanders' job to go out to Warren. But I sure believe Tulsi Gabbard can go out to Warren. Because all Warren is doing is a biter. She's that person that copies your beats when you make a beat and try to make money out. She's that person who take your lyrics and put it as a part of their lyrics. She's not original. She's a copycat. She's not even a clone of Bernie. A clone at least do the same thing. No. She'll say anything and do nothing. She has a plan for everything, but don't tell you how the plan should work. And if you ever get a chance, go watch that movie Angry Birds 2. They had a plan, but it took a person to teach them how to operate the plan, how to execute the plan. And that is a shining example of Hillary Clinton. She was like those Angry Birds who talked about doing something, but never talked about how they were going to get to that destination. So she got a plan for anybody can come up with a plan. I got a plan to eliminate all green frogs. How? I don't know. I don't know. So anybody can come up with a plan, but everybody don't have the ability to execute a plan. And I'm doing a series on her too that I was excited to do, but I'm gonna have to wait until the end of next week when I finally finish moving and get my stuff up to go out the Warren on a host of issues. She is not my top two. She is not in my top at all. I don't have a top 5, a top 2, or a top 1 right now. But she is nowhere near on my radio ever since she made that claim that she was a Native American, and she utilized that to not only try to pass the bar in Texas, but right now they got some college universities that label her as a staff under minority. You think I'm going to support her? She's just as bad as Kamala Harris. So no, I'm not doing that. So that's the whole deal. The DNC is going to try some way to rig this and keep Tulsi out of the debates. She's polling better than most of them up there. I don't know how those other fools got up there. Cory Booker said if he don't raise a certain amount of money, he out. So he gonna start jockeying for VP position either with Biden, Bernie, or Warren. They just not. You can't trust none of these politicians, bro. None of them. And when I say none, and you know, nah, bro. I need to know what you done in the past, what you're doing now, what you're gonna do in the future, before I can give you my vote. And specifically, what are you doing for my community? Here go Kamala Harris talking about, I ain't gonna do anything just for black people. And she just pushed a bill. God, my teeth look yellow up here. She just pushed a bill to help people who are coming from India get into the country. Easy. But she won't do nothing just for black people, but she'll do something just for her own heritage. And I get it. I mean, you're going to look out for your people. So I'm saying, if you want my vote, you got to do something specifically for my people. And I'm looking for that thing that's going to close the wealth gap. You're not getting my vote until you work on a plan to close the wealth gap. Now, you guys, you do whatever you want to do with your vote, but me, ain't no way. You come up with all these money for all these different programs, but you can't come up with a plan to close the wealth gap between blacks and whites, especially American descendants of slaves, people who were brought up through genealogy that roots back to slave trade here in America. No, 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 no. I'm not going out like no punk. And I got time. I got time to jockey for position. I got time to put the politician feet to the fire. I'm not giving nobody my support. I'm going to push them hard on that until the last freaking day. And then if they still don't have an agenda to help my people, they can kiss, all of them can kiss my black behind. I'm not voting for you because it shows you how much you really care about my community catching up to the rest of society. We always talk about catching up with the rest of the world when it comes to healthcare and all that, when my people have not caught up to the rest of true natural born United States citizen. And when I say natural born, people who came here either from Europe to help shape this country, people who were brought here unwillingly to help shape this country, and people who were born here before we came. That's all I'm talking about right now. So until they make close that wealth gap, or you come up with a plan to close the wealth gap, forget me. Anyway, but I am for Tulsi Gabbard being on the debate stage, and I am for her. If anybody need to go out to war, it's not Bernie, because they're going to try to call him a sexist, a misogynist. There's a time to do that, Bernie. Right now is not your time, okay? But I do want to see Tulsi take everybody's head and put it on the stake. Bernie Sanders can't do that because, number one, he can if he want to, but he's trying to kiss the Democratic Party behind. He's scared that if he put too much heat on them, they're gonna find some way to continue to rig it against them. Which you might as well just do whatever you need to do, Bernie. They're gonna rig it against you. They're gonna make you seem like you're a sexist. Anytime you achieve something, they're not gonna give you any kind of power or any kind of gratitude or any kind of clout or credit. I mean, here the man just hit 1 million donors, and no, you don't hear about it on the news. You hear about his 1 million boots on the ground. You don't hear about it on the news. But as soon as Elizabeth Warren had one rally with nowhere near as many as Bernie had when he was at Washington Square Park, oh, they make a big deal about it. Oh, they make a big deal about all her plans. Oh, they make a deal about her taking 1,000 selfies. Get out of here. Nobody cares about that crap. So, as you know, I never, tell you the truth, I've never really been a super fan of Elizabeth Warren. She criticized Hillary Clinton and her and the way she would bend the knee to the financial industry when she would do the same doggone thing. And I'm going to go through that series how she was taking money up to the point that she announced her election and transferred that money over into an election for presidency. She was taking all kind of corporate money and all kind of money, dark money, light money, red, white, blue money, whatever kind of color on the money. She was taking it up to the point that Bernie Sanders had to force her. Good God Almighty. I'm in New York, y'all, so. Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders. You can call me a sexist, whatever, I don't care. Bernie Sanders pulled everybody to the left when it comes to running an election, and she ain't had no choice but to not take back money in this election. As soon as she didn't wait until she won the primary. She said, yeah, I'm going to do it for now because he pulled us over here and I ain't got no choice. But soon as she started gaining some steam, she went ahead and already said that, look, all bets are off. Whatever the Republicans do, we going to do. They take dark money, I'm taking dark money. They take light money. It's one thing I can't say about Bernie Sanders. Like I said, I'm always going to tell the truth, and I'm going to give people credit where I credit due, where I agree with them, whether I like them or whatever. I'm still going to give you credit. Trump got some credit in a whole bunch of areas that I don't talk about. But that don't mean I support that guy. But for her to say on TV, if I get the nomination, all bets are off, I'm going for it all, that was the second compromising thing that made me say, no, Warren, not for me, not ever. So she's out of my top anything. She's not even in my top ramen, and I'm hungry. So that series is going to come up soon. So hang in there with me, guys. Hey, if you're out there in Philly, please join the Fight for Commercial Workers rally with SEIU. By all means, go out there, hang out, and help us get the word out. and fight for these workers to get more pay. Their contract is coming up soon, and they need all the boost they can get. If you are not living in New York, please call New York City and continue to push for the 10 paid days off. We got to force these employers. New York got 5 paid sick days. The employers are lumping it up as vacation days, which is not right. So we got a trick for that. We're pushing a 10 paid personal time off day separate from the 5 paid holidays. So help us push that. Also help us push the Healthy Terminal Act with the airport workers. So please inquire about that. And hey, go to the DNC Twitter page and give them a piece of your mind, man. Let them know, look, if you continue to do this crap that you're doing, I don't give a crap about it. Trump, the number one option, the number one thing is not to get rid of Trump. That's your thing. The number one thing is to make sure we got election integrity. And if you guys are being just as crooked as Trump, why I'm going to waste my time trying to get rid of him when you're just as bad? You know, one man being crooked is nothing compared to a whole organization being crooked. No man is compared to a whole team of people being crooked. I don't like Trump as president, and y'all know this. He sucked. He's not that good. He should have stayed in the entertainment and branding industry. But I don't like the Democratic Party worse than Trump. Anytime somebody gonna rig this election and cheat on purpose in your face and still expect you to vote for him, that guy got to be some kind of arrogant, snobbish, elitist fool. And I'm not talking about Trump. I'm talking about the whole entire DNC, including Tom Perez right now at this moment. So anyway, I'm done. She qualified. They're trying to rig this thing. Nate Silver and all of them are trying to manufacture dissent. He get his butt on there, talk about how Bernie is losing this and how Bernie is losing that. How would you know, Mr. Ivory Tower, counting on your calculator? For you to say something like that is dumb. That man got more broad base with blacks, more broad base with Hispanics, more broad base with whites, especially young whites, young blacks, than most of these people running. For you to sit there and tell that lie, Nate Silver, you ought to be a dog in your shame on yourself. But Nate Silver has been irrelevant. He the one predicted Hillary Clinton was going to win, and she lost. So why am I listening to that? Dude has lost his mojo. He ain't got it no more. So 538 need to take their 5, 30, and the 8 and stick it up there behind. And anything else I got to talk about? I don't think so. I just want Tulsi Gabbard on that debate stage, kicking ass, taking names, or taking names, or taking ass and kicking names, whatever. One of those phrases. I want her up there to humiliate those ones that's. It's like this. You look like you coming up the polls. She has been commissioned to take you out. Now I believe Tulsi still has the juice to win because Tulsi was right about where Bernie was right about this time of year. Bernie had no juice around this time of year, but then he gained momentum and almost took half of the party with him. He already had the independents, but he took half of the Democratic Party. He even had some Republicans, so I still don't understand why he didn't go independent and ran independent. People talking he would have lost. Get out of here with this, man. Well, the system won't work against him. That's why. Not if you ran as a Democrat. Not if you ran as a Democrat. If you would have ran as a Democrat with the sole intention to not go by Democratic rules, I mean, that was a smart strategy for him to run in the Democratic Party at that time. Not because they were rigging, because I didn't even know they was rigging it until after he decided to run. But him running as an independent, running on a major platform was strategic because it gave him the exposure that he needed. Had he run independent on his own, you're right, it would never work because he would have never had the exposure. But because he was on that debate stage going after the top dog in the Democratic Party and chopping her head off and putting it on a stake, his popularity grows. So don't tell me he couldn't have won if he would have went independent. Get out of here with that stuff. The man had most of the independents. The only reason he didn't blow out Hillary Clinton is because the independents couldn't vote in New York and a whole lot of other states because they was locked out and people was thrown off the roll because of the election rigging of the Democratic Party. So don't tell me he wouldn't have won as an independent. Now, because he sided with Hillary Clinton and caved in, and now he's the chief strategy for sheepdogging for the Democratic Party, and he's using Nina Turner to do it. And look, I like Nina, but then again, Nina Turner, Our Revolution are supporting people in other parties too, unlike the Justice Democrats. I don't think the Justice Democrats can be Justice Democrat if they allowing third parties to run in their organization. But anyway, maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Anyway, I'm done. But yeah, man, people got to get their head out there behind about Elizabeth Warren. Tulsi should be on that stage. And I'm telling you, you need to go after to the DNC website. I'm going to do that after I get something to eat and start slamming them and letting them know that you watching. You got that eye on them. I see you, DNC. You cheat. If you rig this thing, in which I know you are, I'm telling you now, if you don't start flying straight, not only am I not going to ever support you, ever, but I'm going to work hard to draw as many people away from your party as I can, because I'm going to slam your behind every time I get on this camera. Anyway, I'm Robert Brown. I'm just running my mouth. I'll let you later. Let me see who up here. Give me a moment, guys. Okay. Oh, all right. So Deep Space, what's up, man? Trump will destroy Warren. He already done destroyed her on this Native American thing. Yeah, I don't blame him calling her Pocahontas. Pocahontas is a fictional character, and that's what she is, a fictional Indian character. Man, he will wipe the floor just on that issue. Look, Trump don't even have to defeat her on that. She defeated herself and made herself look like a fool. So you're right, man. Fluffy, yeah, it's October 11th, but there's a bill sitting right on the governor's desk right now for him signing to take it over into the next year, and he won't. So I'm telling you, people, call the governor's office and slam him. Get on his Facebook group and slam him. Get on his Twitter and slam him. Today, get your bite to eat, grab your sandwich, hot dog, whatever, eat that sandwich and hot dog, and start slamming them right now, not only concerning Tulsi Gabbard, but concerning Governor Cuomo not pushing the registration date back like he's supposed to. He gave his word. If anybody Fredo is him. Fredo, Frodo, and Dodo. Can't stand that guy. Can't stand Cuomo. I met him a couple times. I try to, be cordial. Can't do it no more. If you're a politician this season and you come my way, I'm going after you. I'm going after you. That's why I don't do interviews, guys. I don't do interviews. I let my man Nico House do that, and Tim and Jimmy Dore, and let them do that. I can't do it, man. I'm more like Cal Koleski, man. If I'm gonna interview you, it's gonna be on the phone, because I'm liable to choke you if you say something crazy and dumb. So that's just not me. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I'm telling you, I can't, man. I've been put my fist down somebody's throat with some BS about this stuff. Here come Bernie Sanders coming out with a plan to deal with homelessness, and here come Elizabeth Warren coming out with something later. Biter, copycat. Why would you want to vote a copycat? I mean, I posted it up on the Twitter. Why would you, when somebody gonna give you a real deal Gucci, you say, nah, I'm cool. I'm going to buy a fake one from the Africans at Times Square. You idiot! What's wrong with you? If I get the Gucci for the same price as the fake one, why would you sit there and buy the fake one? Bernie Sanders is Gucci when it's coming to his policies. Elizabeth Warren always copying them. That ain't Gucci. That's Poochie that you buy from the Africans in Times Square. Don't fall for it. I'm out of here. Let me get out of here, man. Brother hungry. All right, and look. I usually don't bother you guys, but look, I mean, If you appreciate the commentary, whatever, and you want to support the channel, God, I hate doing that. Forget it. If you want to give into Bob TV, you know my Bob TV NYC at PayPal.com. I mean, that's up to you. I hate asking people for money, and I'm not going to ask. I'm just letting you know it's there if you want to get. Brother going to get a hot dog and soda? $3, 7-Eleven. I'm not going to get shrimp and lobster, hot dog and soda. You want to put $3 up in the PayPal? I appreciate it. Hey, Kim. Yes, you're right, Kim. And it should be. So yeah, keep that in mind that the registration is in October, but make sure you call Governor Cuomo, slam his Facebook group, and I mean everybody slam his Facebook group, because the bill is on the table, but he is in the process of rigging this because he's trying to get his old boy into office. So Cuomo, you can't trust Cuomo, man. Don't trust Cuomo. Don't trust him. He's afraid-o. He's afraid-o. All right, I'll holler at you guys. Let me see who else is up here. You're right, Kim. You're so right. Yep. And what's this? Opinionated MBW. Shout outs to you. Angeline R. Shout outs to you. All right, and Christopher Forum. Yeah, I mean, I think Tulsi should be used to take out the women. Because if Bernie take out the women, they're going to call him a sexist and everything, you know. So I trust more the tag team of Tulsi and Bernie versus Elizabeth Warren and Bernie. Elizabeth Warren is that, you ever seen Lion King, and that lion always next to the lion, won't he give him no, yo, brother, give me some space, man. That's her. She's trying to get some of Bernie Sanders' shine. So she's going to try to act like Bernie Sanders, thinking, and this is the way the third way Democrats think. They actually think this, and I'm going to put this in my dumb DNC series. Go check that out. That's from 2016, the stupid mistakes we made that cost Trump to win the White House. One of the stupidest things that you can make right now in this election is assume that Elizabeth Warren is going to take Bernie Sanders supporters. Half of Hillary supporters, which were really half of Kamala supporters, are going over to Elizabeth Warren because Kamala is dying in the primary. Politically, she is bleeding to death. Tulsi cut her good. So she's going to be out soon. Pete Booty? Nah, man, the words speak for itself. Dude is booty. So he ain't going nowhere. Klobuchar ain't doing nothing. Bill Maher, what is wrong with you? The only people that got some grit in this game is Tulsi is going to start rising up because she's going after people's heads, and she's out there making the case in Iowa and in New Hampshire. She's out there making the case. She's going to go up because Republicans dig her, progressives dig her, independents dig her, your libertarians dig her, and a lot of Democrats dig her. And because some of these places are open primaries, she's going to start going up in the polls. One thing you ain't going to get Tulsi to do is drop out. She's in it for the long haul. And she's going to find ways to make sure she stay in for the long haul. So she's not going to be doing stuff to bleed her account. She's not trying to rent these big auditoriums. She's going in a restaurant. People are talking, why she's in these restaurants? Because she's trying to keep her money where it need to be. So she's in it for the long haul. She ain't going nowhere. And I'm glad she's not going nowhere because we need her to take the heads out of these people running for office. And right now, since Bernie can't do it, Tulsi need to go after Elizabeth Warren and her record, just like she went after Kamala Harris, Mall Cop Harris, whatever you want to call it. So I'm kind of happy that she made it, but I don't trust the DNC, so we got to slap them upside the head. Shame the devil, as my grandma would say. We got to shame the devil, known as the DNC, and we got to publicly flood their social media with conservatives. Robert Brown with the Rob Report. Me hanging out, going to get something to eat edition. I'll holler at you. Peace. Girl trying to contact me. All right, Mike Lewis, what's up, man? Christopher, Deep Space. All right, guys. Love you guys. I'll talk to you later.